he had a feel. He had a feel for the track.
They used to race in t-shirts and little goggles.
So put all that together. You had Lynn Paxton, the driver, Lynn Paxton, the historian, but you also had Lynn Paxton, the storyteller, because Lynn loved to tell the tales.
When Lynn Paxton retired, he was the leading feature winner at all of the tracks where he competed on a regular basis. So he was like the biggest and baddest, you know. He was always the light in the room, so to speak. You know, people gravitated towards him. His dream was to build a museum.
This is the real hub of racing in the East Coast. They call it the Susquehanna Valley Racing. So this area has a lot of pride, and that's why having this museum here is so essential and so important, is to document all this and save all this racing history.
No one else was doing it. It wasn't something that the large museums or the area historical societies were really working to preserve.
And it's all laid out. As Lynn Paxton used to say, our whole idea here is to tell a story. And the story is the progression of auto racing through the years.
What's the history of the car? Who drove it? When did it race? Where did it race? What did it win? We don't display other than authentic cars. So that includes soapbox derby, quarter midget, three-quarter midget, full midgets, sprint cars, sportsmen. We have an Indy car. We do have one snowmobile.
Lynn's goal was to make this about the people. And I think he was most proud of how it brought people together.
There were nights that there'd just be a few of us here, and Lynn would start telling the stories, and we would sit here and just laugh like crazy because the stories were so funny.
And that was the unique thing about him. And that's the part that we're missing with him not here.
The cars are just a reflection of the personalities who were involved with those cars. The cars are just the technical piece to look at and admire, but the people behind them, the people that built the cars, people that drove the cars, they're really the heroes.
Okay, so I handed it up. He looked at it. Wouldn't you know, I got the second place envelope that was crossed out. Yep, see, they even gave us a second place envelope. True story.